Hey everyone, Dad Consultant here. Just a little bit of cardio today. Alright, I want to talk to everyone today about what's going on with, well, people have been asking me about my thoughts on the whole rental home buying thing in Melbourne. I don't know where else it's going on. It's not really something that's kind of on my radar, you know what I mean? I've got a very kind of small radar with me, so I had to look into it, and yeah, a bit full on. So essentially there's a bit of a home housing rental crisis going on. It's a lot of arguing back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, I can understand from renters' point of view, some of these rental prices are ridiculous. They're getting way too high, like way too high. But I understand why people are buying lots of rental properties too as an investment. I don't understand why they're hiking up the rental prices so much, what's going on in that thing, but it's a bit of a mess. I thought I'd kind of go over, sweaty. I thought I'd go over what I did when I bought my first house. A few of the things, now a lot of people, I'm saying this because a lot of people have said to me, we can't afford to buy a house. And believe me, these interest rate hikes killing me, believe me. But unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it, and there's another interest hike coming this week or next week, apparently. I don't know. It's a bit of a, But I thought I'd go over the things I did that got me my first house, because I bought my first place like 20 years ago, and I was single, by myself, average income, like it was bleak. So the first thing I did was I wanted to get into the property market and buy a house. Living in Melbourne, I just couldn't afford any of the places in Melbourne. And every weekend I would go to auctions and stuff like that. And I was just getting hammered every weekend, like for months, every single weekend. Developers, people buying it. I'm going to pull the house down and build 3 flats, or you know what I mean? Like, or young couples, like it was, like I said, it was just me trying to build a house, and it was very, very disheartening. I just couldn't take a break. I just thought, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. So what I ended up doing was moving to the country. Now, that was fun and everything, was all good. Didn't really want to move to the country, but the housing prices were way cheaper in the country and I could afford one. So that was the sacrifice I had to make. So first of all, first thing I had to do was live where I didn't really want to live because I could afford it. The second thing I did before I bought the house was save a pretty healthy deposit. Now, I didn't go out with my mates, friends, and all that kind of stuff for 2 years. I saved everything. I was like, not so much a tight ass, but I was like frugal. Like, I just put everything aside. I didn't go out with my mates. I didn't go and, getting blind, having a good time, all that kind of stuff. 2 years, everything I put aside, I did. I washed dishes. I had a full-time job Monday to Friday. I would wash dishes on a Saturday night because I wasn't going out anywhere. You know what I mean? So I washed dishes, did odd jobs here and there. And over 2 years, I saved 70 grand. So that was a awesome deposit. You know what I mean? But it was rough. Like, it nearly killed me. I was working a lot of hours every week, but I was dedicated, keen, so I did it. And then, like I was saying before, I bought a property outside, way outside of where 2 hours from where I was living in Melbourne, in central Victoria. It was fun and I liked it, and it was nice to be out in the country. I didn't want to be there as long as I was there, but I just had to because I wasn't going to afford anything in Melbourne with the prices. And this is like 20 years ago. So, it's not, housing going through the roof isn't like a new thing for this year or last year. They've been ridiculous for quite a while. So then I saved for 2 years, found a place, put in an offer, back and forth a little bit, ended up buying it, ended up living there. It was pretty run down, mice, like everything, leaks, like, every time it rained, you have to put a pan out somewhere. I was on no heating. I had two fireplaces and a wood fire oven, and I and because it was in the country, it was summer's really hot and winter's really cold. So in winter, I would sit in the kitchen with the oven going and just like read by candlelight. I was like not doing much. And then unfortunately I had a bit of a ups and downs with work and income. So to save money, I found it good to not eat for, a couple of days, and then eat a lot one day and then not eat for a couple of days, and kind of do that. But over time it got easier, and it was very disheartening initially because I was putting in so much work, so much effort. And as we all know, you hardly touch the principal, it's all interest, and you kind of think, oh my God, I'm never going to get rid of this mortgage. It's here, I'm going to pass it on to my children, oh my God. But it does get better, you know what I mean? But that's what I did to get into the property market in a nutshell. It was just 4 or 5 years of just hard graft. Like I said, initially for 2 years, saved, didn't do anything, worked every day, saved deposit, got the house, moved somewhere where I didn't really want to kind of live, but had to because of circumstance and pricing. And then just was really frugal initially just to kind of get it all fixed up because it needed so much work done to it. It was fairly hobo-ish. But in the end, it was all right. And then in the end, ended up pulling it down and rebuilding anyway. So what I want to say to everyone out there who's, thinks it's just way too bleak to get into the market. Look, keep renting if you want to do that. But I checked the rental prices in my area and stuff like that, and I don't understand how they can, for essentially the same house, how they can differ so much. Like the whole legal aspect of that, you know what I mean? Like I've seen places, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, stock standard for like $450, and then, or $550, sorry, $550. And then I see them somewhere else, like not in a like really drastically different suburb or anything, and they're like $850, $900. So I don't know, something's got to happen, you know what I mean? They've got to kind of balance things out. It's not fair on people to do that. People want to buy a house or people want to rent, like it's just like, people are getting screwed. I don't know. But that's what I did. I thought I'd just share that little, those few stories. That's how I got into the housing market. I don't have rental investments at the, now. I don't invest in property as such. But, I feel for the renters out there, like those hikes, damn, I don't see how, like they're paying, some of them are paying more than what I'm paying on a mortgage on a home. So, I don't know. Someone explain this to me. What's going on here? But anyway, again, thanks for watching. Take care. Oh, I'm out of here. I'm so knackered. Have a great day, all right? Woo! Didn't press off. Maybe if I should keep that. No, probably not.